everybody, my name is Aegis Lighthammer and I'm back once again to bring you another Tekkit methods. So this time I thought we'd have a look at something even better than the mass fabricator macerator system from last time, and that is of course the gold chest EMC system. As you can see, this thing beats the living pants off of your mass fabricator macerator system. It does take a bunch of EMC to start it up, so maybe once you've got the MFM going, you build up a bit of resource and then switch over to this for like your final god tier method of doing it. So as you can see, this thing is quite simple. It's again using a similar EMC generating trick to the one from the MFM, but it's much better. So let's quickly lay this one out and I'll show you how it's done. It's again very simple, but like I said, it does just take a bit of stuff to make it work. So you dig out a little T-shape like this, and then you are going to lay some redstone tubing in the bottom of this. This space over here, we're actually going to put a restriction tube, because this is where your final output chest goes, or it could go anywhere, it could go up there, whatever, but wherever it goes, it needs to have a restriction tube to prevent that chest from just sucking up the resources. So, now that we have got that, we're going to lay out two arches that are 3 tall by 5 wide. Like that, and another one just like it. Like so. Then we are actually going to have to dig this one out here. That's fine. We just need to get our filters, which are the next thing up. We put one filter in each direction here, like so. Like so. That's not the one I wanted. This one, so I can get out of here. And one in the middle as well. Let me just replace these tubes. Okay. And then for the other parts of piping, we're going to go up here, 1, 2, 3, 4, over and up. We will need a bunch of plates or something to prevent these filters from sucking up all the items and from our lines from getting mixed up over here. Block that off, block that off. Block this off. We don't want the RM going into the crafting table mark 2, which is the next item up, just like that. We then need a wooden pipe. The pneumatic tube looks like it wants to link up to here, but it doesn't actually do it. I just block it up like that in case, just for the look of the thing. We'll need more iron panels to go on top of there. Then we need one last filter over here. Then we need to come here. I'm just going to build up a little base structure here so that I can place this thing, the MFSU, which goes right there facing that way, with an energy link and a high voltage solar array. Energy link to the tube, HV to the MFSU. Put down our condenser chest, one there, one there, one there, and one on top here. Now the ingredients for this thing are glass, gold ingots, and silver chests. So we'll put some glass in this one. You will need to set these to filter the correct number, which is full stacks, which is why we have 3. This thing uses full stacks of resources that fast. So it's glass, gold. Let me just check that up. 1, 2, 3 and then a little bit more. There we go. This side we did glass, yes. This side we do gold, 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 gold. And then the final ingredient, silver chests. So we just place silver chest and a stack of silver chests there. Now, what I do typically to help speed up the process of it getting full and to use less EMC to do so is I cut up 8 iron blocks into cover corners. So I should end up with 4 stacks of cover corners. Oh, I see, I cut up my other panels there. It's fine, it's whatevers. And then I just fill this up to just to have the last row open. And then that way the EMC that comes in doesn't try to fill up the whole chest. Now it's not a big issue with glass because like if one red matter gets in here it's going to be fine for the next day or two. But with the silver chests especially it's a problem, and with the gold, well, it's a problem because the silver chests keep sucking up all the red matter and then the gold doesn't get any until much later when it gets full. So by doing this you save a lot of EMC and just allow things to keep going. Okay, that is all done. So let's grab an example one there. And itadakimasu, I'll put that back now. And one from there, which will allow me to do my recipe here, which is the silver chest in the middle, gold ingots on all the corners, and glass everywhere else. Okay, let's just pop that back. There. Pop that back in there. And pop that back in there. And then we're going to load this up with some EMC just to get things rolling. I'll make it a full stack, but I don't think it'll need that much. Okay, final thing is the wiring, which is also very simple. You just need a timer, a toggle, an alloy wire, and 2 to 4 pieces of jacketed wire. I'm just going to do the 2 version here. Actually, I need 3. I do need 3 because I need to connect the silver chest's furnace and filter. Connect those there, and then this is not getting power, so you put that there, and then that is ready to go. We can just bust this out for the look of the thing. Man, I'm so used to the frickin' red matter mace at the moment. Okay, pop that there, pop the timer there, everything starts going. Now you can turn it on and off. And that is that. Of course, because I didn't limit this, everything just went straight into there. So let's make this 2. Because this thing is it's gonna make them fast enough that it's literally pulling out 2 every time. Except we've stopped. Why have we stopped? We've run out of gold again, I bet. Okay, well, as you can see, this thing has produced 38 furnaces in about the time it took me to build the other one and start the episode and whatnot. So I'm going to pop 2 of those in there. That'll keep us going again for a while. And as you can see, this thing is going. It's currently just using up what I put in here, but you can see more are coming in fast. The MFSU does get enough power from one solar panel, one HV solar panel, that's all you need to power this. It will go through the night as long as this is what it's getting. I did try experimenting with converting it to extreme voltage and having a whole power flower made out of MFSUs and solar factories instead of trying to do a nuclear, which I could do, but I didn't want to. But that didn't actually make any difference anyway. There is in fact a pull limit on the energy link, so 1 times HV is the best you're going to get. And there it is. This is this thing. Let's just block. Let's just create another little blockage over here. Right there. And put in our final output chest. If I didn't do this... Oh, crap. Oh, that's going to be a problem. But not a biggie. Not a biggie. Not a biggie. Not a biggie. Okay. So now that this is getting some cheat EMC. But yeah. If I didn't put this chest on here, then this one wouldn't keep dying. I don't know why it's running out so much. You know what, let's just take it to its final form. It can run like this. If I do that and that will run, which is kind of scary. It does take a little longer to produce. Oh, that's what happened. Yeah. So, once this eventually gets enough of a hole to have an extra red matter sitting there, then it has to build up that. If it does, then that will also, it'll start flowing again, but that's more EMC cost to have to watch out for. So actually, yeah, let's just take this back to how it was. Take that out of there. Let's just grab some of these. And now, because it has produced enough EMC to make a bunch of red matter furnaces anyway, I don't feel bad about putting a few in here. So like 10, just because. And then that'll fill out, that'll fill this one up to the point where it's no longer requiring as much. And then the gold will start getting again. And then once that happens, you'll see that it'll be good to go for the near future. I could have just put it there. So let's just allow this to pump out. We'll know the moment that it starts getting gold again, because it'll start working again, which is going to be now. There it is. And we'll immediately start having... This will immediately be working fine now. Because it only consumes a red matter here when there's enough EMC missing here for one to be consumed without exceeding 10 million. Which I think is the maximum that these chests can hold there. So... the EMC of these is like, what's it, 400k or something? So as soon as it dips below 400k, less than 10 million, it'll consume one. Otherwise, they'll be pumped through to here. And you'll see this one goes down a bit, and then it starts getting more again. And then it fills up properly again because the silver isn't getting. So yeah, that's how this thing works. Dead simple. I hope you've enjoyed. This has been a somewhat dark episode of Tekkit Methods. I hope you've enjoyed it. I will hopefully have a new intro going because I've just finally figured out what I want to do instead of that loud, clashy, some of my drawings thing that I had going. So, that has been me. Good evening once again. I hope you've enjoyed. See you next time.